Welcome to the Run Radio podcast. My name's Trina. My guest today is Eli Saenz. Welcome.
What's going on? Happy to be here.
Glad to have you here. We have actually met at races before, but it's been a while. We also have connected at 1 Million Cups, which is a networking meeting event. And you are kind of exactly what the demographic is for Run Radio. You're involved in the community, you're a runner, you're into fitness, and you're also excited to get other people involved in fitness, and you're doing the entrepreneur thing. So tell me how this has all come to fruition in your life.
Yeah, so it all started back in middle school when I first started running. I at first I wanted to be a basketball player, so I when I heard about cross country, I was very hesitant to do it at first. And then my coach from middle school, she kept nagging me over and over and over again. She would like hunt me down, find my phone number somehow, some way, and next thing you know, I just got tired of it. And then I was like, okay, you've asked me I'm a certain amount of time, so I joined. And then next thing you know, I fell in love with it. And next thing you know, I'm running in high school. I got a chance to run in college. And then as far as the business side, it just made me realize that I wanted to do more than running. And I had a friend who had a business, and from there it just kind of elevated.
Tell us a little bit about your business.
So I'm a part of a digital marketing agency called Bell's Marketing Consultant. So basically, we just help elevate businesses to a higher level, whether it's through, social media management, building them a website, or just helping them rank higher on Google searches.
Have you had any other passions that you almost considered for your career that you think you might also explore?
Um, as of right now, I haven't, but anything is possible, and I think anything can really happen. If you were to ask me if I was going to be doing anything business related a year ago, I probably would have laughed. So,
Yeah.
I just like to play it day by day, and if something does come up like a new hobby or anything like that, I'm willing to try and just see what happens.
When you started running, did you miss basketball at all, or did you still do basketball at the same time?
So at the beginning, I had actually used cross country to condition myself for basketball just so I wouldn't get tired easily. But when I did stop basketball, it was definitely a big difference at first, but then, I got over it very quickly because I was so used to going on runs just so consistently to where I just completely forgot about basketball.
What would you say to someone else who is considering running, but they're kind of like you were like, I don't think it's for me?
Um, I get that a lot. I think it's just something that you just have to go out there, get out and, try. Obviously, you're not going to be fast at the beginning, and that's completely okay. No one is like I wasn't, and I still don't think I am. But but I think it's just you get out there and do it, and obviously, the first couple of times are going to be definitely hard. You're not going to want to do it at all. But I think after you keep doing it and you keep motivating yourself to want to get up and go do it every day, then you'll start feeling motivated. And next thing you know, I think it'll just become something passionate about, and that's something you also just involve in your daily life.
Do you like training with groups or solo?
I usually go the solo route, but I'm always open to training with others. But usually for me, it's just pretty solo
And what's your favorite time of day to train?
at night for sure.
We had this conversation. I know so many people have different times they love. They're midday runners, night runners, early morning runners. Some people won't run unless they're with a group. I like to run solo.
Mhm.
So I get that kind of. What about music? With music or without?
Music is a need. I night For me, night runs and music is the best combo ever. And if I have those two with me, it's always a good run, no matter what.
But you're being safe, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I just want to make sure we're clear on that. All right. Let's see what else. What else do you do to keep it? You're obviously young, so like you probably don't have a super strict regimen, but do you have things that you also do besides running to keep yourself fit and well?
Yeah, so obviously I do incorporate some weights too, some weight training, just to obviously, get that lean of muscle, or I try to. And then also just to stay a little lean on the track and be more explosive, whenever I need to. So that's as far as like other fitness stuff. And then I have been in I don't know if this would really count, but meditation.
Yeah, it does. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we have a guy on our team. His name is Saban Karma, and he every time we hop on team meetings, he will lead us through a meditation session, which is awesome. I love it. Anytime I get the chance to do it, I feel so calm and relaxed. At first I thought meditation was kind of goofy, but once he started doing it and I started doing the stuff with him, it's just like it changes a lot, and it can change your mood from, like, if you're sad or you're not feeling it, you can just feel up and going or just feel more calm just after that session.
Do you get nervous before races?
Oh yeah, definitely. Some of the races that I do, I always feel like there's something that I have to prove,
Mm.
especially with the latest ones that I've been doing. So there's definitely some nerve here and there, but once I'm out there running, the nerve kind of just goes away, and then I'm just thinking about, you know, if I'm gonna do good or not.
That finish line.
Yeah, that finish line too.
Do you have any special recovery rituals? Do you like a certain meal, a certain drink, or anything like that when you get done?
Um, Usually if the race is in the morning, I will do my best to go get pancakes.
Pancakes. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
pancakes for sure. And then if it's at night, probably still pancakes.
Probably still. Heavy on the syrup?
Very heavy on the syrup
Very
for
heavy
sure.
on the syrup. Let's talk a little more about work life balance. So, how does that work for you? I mean, fitting running in, I think has always been important for me because I never felt like if I didn't have that outlet, it was hard to get anything else done. What has that been like for you since you kind of already had in high school and some college, you kind of had some of that structure already?
Hmm.
Was it easy for you to carry over, or was it
So
still pretty different?
I think in college it is definitely way harder, obviously, because you have specific times that you're supposed to practice. And then obviously you still have classes, and then you still got to make time for homework and stuff. So that was definitely hard for me my first year of college. And now that I switched it up and I'm kind of away from all that, and I like it more because obviously my time is more flexible. I can go to school, go to work, and then I make a certain time, which is for night, to actually go work out and run and have that time to myself.
Do you hope to always carry that throughout your life,
I
fitness
do.
and running?
I do, yeah. I always want to make sure that I have a balance in everything, and making sure that I'm not overstressing about anything, because I've seen what that's done to me in the past, and it hasn't done me really any good. So,
Yeah.
as long as I'm able to balance everything out and not stress about everything, and attack everything head on with everything I can, but also balance it out for everything else, and I think I should be okay.
Do you keep a running fitness journal? Like, do you track your mileage and stuff like either
Uh,
on your phone or write it out?
I'm more of like a yes and no. So sometimes I will track my runs. It's kind of just, if I track it, I track it, and if not, I not. I just know at the end of the day that I'm putting in the work, and I'm still running, and that's all that really matters to me. And as long as I'm getting out there and, running, then that's all fine by me.
Yeah, because you can sometimes. I know I've gotten to that point where I've got to write it down, and if I don't, it didn't happen, and that can sometimes take away from the joy of it.
Right, right.
So tell us about some of the races you've done this year. What were some of your highlights, your favorites, and what do you have coming up?
Um, oh man, I have done a lot. So this year, obviously, I did do track, which I was truly blessed to even do college track, because at the beginning, I had an injury which I was diagnosed with epilepsy.
Okay.
So I'm very thankful I was cleared in time to, run track, and I'm grateful that I had the opportunity, that they still, let me go out there and compete.
Was that a recent diagnosis?
That was back in August of last year.
Okay, so still pretty new that you're dealing with
A
this.
little new.
Okay.
So I was very blessed by that. And then as far once track ended, I unfortunately had another seizure, so I was out for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then luckily I was able to make a comeback for for a race in May, which I had ran for my long lost friend that I had just lost recently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was the Run and Remember 5K.
Yeah.
So I had ran that and I had done my best to I wanted to do my best to win it to honor him, and I did, thankfully.
Congrats. That's cool.
Yeah,
That feels good.
yeah. And then in July, me and my business team, we had actually sponsored the Nightlight 5K put on by Heartland. So it was really cool to, have a first time sponsoring an event and also having people like me competing it and someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool to play both sides of it. And I ended up winning that race too. So it was really cool. I loved it.
And you've also been a running representative for Run Radio, the
I
FITCAT
have.
crew. Yeah. And what's been one of your toughest races to date?
Um, I think definitely Bass Pro and the race that I said in May, the Run and Remember.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Run and Remember, there was just so many emotions going into that. Just overthinking everything, like, oh, am I gonna be okay? Like, am I gonna finish the race? Like, what's gonna happen? And then Bass Pro, you have everyone at Bass Pro that's out there to compete no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, there's always the walkers and stuff, but the people in front, oh man, they are insanely fast.
Yeah. It's a definitely, we've got a wide supportive range of runners in our community. So I'm really thankful for that. And a lot of great talent out there. Sounds like you're contributing a lot and enjoying it. So I'm glad for that. Anything else you want to share?
Um, Other than that, not really. I'm just getting ready for Bass Pro in November, and I can't wait to see what I can do there. And hopefully it is winning the 5K.
Sounds great. Good luck to you and come back anytime. Next time we got some races come up and you're helping out with them, we'll chat.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait for that.
All right. Thanks so much, Eli. Be sure you're listening, watching, and following along at runradio.net.